When I was a kid, I was in love with Martina Navratilova, and not romantically, but just as a viewer who would watch her, and I couldn't believe her athleticism. She was incredible. The way that Michael Jordan later would be incredible to watch. She was always winning. I was so into Martina Navratilova, I went to the store and I sat in an aisle and I read her book because I didn't have the money to buy it. And it was about how she ate to win. I forget what it was called. It might have been called Eat to Win. I can't remember. But the thing is that she was like, here's how I eat before I go exercise and before I win at tennis. And it was all about carb loading. She was always eating spaghetti and breads and all this stuff. And so that's what I did. I started eating all these carbs, heavy carbs, and they were delicious. And I got fat. And so it wasn't all her fault. I'm not trying to blame her. I'm just saying that that's how much I loved Martina Navratilova. She was inspirational to me. But that's over now. And that's over because she's been publicly going against trans women. Now, here's the thing. I don't know a ton about the trans issue, but I do think about the empathy that some people don't have for trans people. And this is what I would want to say to Martina Navratilova. Martina Navratilova, imagine if you were born Martina Navratilova, and then you're like, I'm a woman. You're walking around, you're thinking, I'm a woman. And then you look in the mirror or you look down at your body and you're like, but I'm in the shell of a man. And then you're like, oh my God, why do I have this man suit on? Because I'm a woman. I'm clearly a woman. And then you try to go play tennis. And then they go, sorry, Martina Navratilova, you can't go play tennis in the women's field because even though you say you're a trans woman, that is just not going to fly. You know what I mean? Like, think about how crushed you would be. That's the thing. I think that there's this disconnect with certain kinds of people. They don't understand the empathy of what it must be like to look at your body and think, okay, I look like one sex or one gender, but I am internally, I know this other thing. And then you have people like Martina Navratilova and J.K. Rowling, and then other people. I don't mean to pick on those two women. I just don't understand the anti-trans thing. I don't get it. Now, I am not trans and I'm not a woman. And so I don't feel like I have a complete grasp on the emotionality of all of it. But what I do understand empathetically is why attack human beings who just want to live their lives? I don't get that. I don't understand why. Imagine then all of a sudden you have like some role model like Martina Navratilova or J.K. Rowling publicly attacking you all the time. You know, what Martina Navratilova and J.K. Rowling are doing is a form of bigotry in my mind. Imagine you like Harry Potter. Imagine you love Martina Navratilova, and yet you're a trans person and they're attacking you. Like, that can't feel good. And I don't know why people like Martina Navratilova and J.K. Rowling and then other bigots, I don't know why. Were they just born with some part of their brain where they don't empathize with people? Now, the thing is that I continue to empathize with J.K. Rowling and with Martina Navratilova as human beings. I think that they're wrong. And I think that they're making the world worse. And I think that they are cynical. And I don't like that. Anyway, I'm not saying I'm an expert on any of this stuff. I'm just a normal human being, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand this. But I do know that the next time I eat spaghetti, I am not going to be thinking about Martina Navratilova, except very negatively. Bleh on you, Martina Navratilova. Bleh, 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 bleh. Bleh on you, Martina Navratilova. Bleh.